Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hi everyone. My name is Afrieyna binti Muhammad SYAZWI SEVASAMY. My MATRIC number is 2024242912 and I am from BA2733D. So today I'm going to discuss about the impact of narrow-specific training on talent retention in industrial manufacturing. So let's take a look. Now, why is this issue important in human resource? Many organizations spend significant resources on employee training, but often these efforts fall short because the content is too general and not tailored to employees' actual job roles. This results in a phenomenon known as skill mismatch, where workers are not occupied with the skills needed to carry out their duties efficiently. When employees feel they are not being developed in ways that benefit their career or daily work, they start to disengage. Eventually, many will begin looking for job opportunities that offer more meaningful growth. As a result, companies face high employee turnover, reduced morale, and increased operational costs. Recent studies confirm this. For instance, research has shown that strategic training and development, when properly implemented, lead to higher levels of job satisfaction and retention, particularly in the manufacturing sector where roles are technical and specialized. A mismatch between training and actual duties can be very costly. The main objective of this presentation is to analyze how narrow specific training impacts talent retention, particularly in the industrial manufacturing sector. Many organizations still provide generalized training that is not directly applicable to employees' actual job scopes. This approach often leads to disengagement, underperformance, and eventually resignation. Objective 1 is to examine the relevance of current training methods in manufacturing. The first objective is to examine how relevant the existing training practices are. Are they equipping employees with the right tools to perform, or are they simply tick-the-box programs? By reviewing recent studies and reports, this presentation aims to evaluate whether the training content matches the actual skills and knowledge required on the production floor or in technical roles. Second objective is to investigate the relationship between training relevance and employee satisfaction. This objective is to explore how the relevance of training affects employee satisfaction and engagement. According to Suryadi et al. 2024, when training is aligned with job roles, employees are more motivated and perform better, with significantly lower turnover intention. Therefore, understanding this relationship is crucial to improve the return on investment (ROI) of training programs and ensure better workforce stability. Last objective is to propose actionable recommendations for HR and management teams. This presentation aims to suggest practical and evidence-based recommendations to help HR professionals and training managers redesign their approach. These solutions will be based on recent findings and real-world case studies so that companies can move forward towards more strategic, outcome-driven training frameworks that improve both employee performance and retention. Now, what is narrow-specific training? Well, narrow-specific training refers to a training program that is not tailored to the actual job requirements or responsibilities of the employee. In practice, this means an employee may be attending courses or workshops that have little to no relevance to their core responsibilities. For example, a technician responsible for machine calibration attending a general course on customer service. While the course might offer soft skills, it does not help the employee perform better in their technical role. Such mismatched training is not only ineffective but also demotivating. Employees may feel their time is wasted and that the company does not understand or value their actual contribution. There are several root causes behind the prevalence of non-role specific training. Firstly, educational curriculum not aligned with industry needs. In many cases, what students learn in universities or technical institutions does not match the real-world demands of employers. This results in new hires entering the workforce underprepared for their actual roles. According to Hua and Dizon 2025, there is a significant skills gap between STEM education and what manufacturing industry actually need. Secondly, lack of industry involvement in training design. Training programs are sometimes developed in isolation by human resources or external vendors without input from department managers or technical experts. Mu and Wan 2023 highlight that many employers express dissatisfaction with the quality of graduate skills, which is linked to poor practical exposure. Last but not least, rapid technological change and Industry 4.0 transformation. The shift to automation and digital manufacturing means job roles evolve quickly. Without continuous updates, existing training modules quickly become outdated. Norazina et al. 2024 emphasized that the pace of industrial transformation often outpaces the development of relevant training frameworks. These factors show why companies must re-evaluate their training strategies to keep pace with modern workforce demands. Now, let's take a look at some concrete data that illustrate the problem. The STAR 2024 recorded that 36.3% of Malaysian graduates face skill mismatch. This means over one-third of graduates are in roles that do not fully utilize their qualifications or skills, a direct result of non-aligned training and hiring practices. While Malay Male 2024 recorded 16.2% is the national attrition rate. This high turnover rate reflects growing dissatisfaction among employees, particularly when they feel their growth is not supported by relevant development opportunities. And as you can see, 62.5% of jobs in the manufacturing sector are categorized as semi-skilled, said the Department of Statistics Malaysia 2024. These roles require very specific technical abilities that cannot be developed through generic training programs. This statistical evidence shows the urgency for organizations to invest in meaningful, role-specific training that addresses real operational gaps. Now, let's take a look at implications for organizations and employees. The consequences of providing non-role specific training can be quite damaging, both to organizations and their workforce. For organizations, training costs are wasted when employees cannot apply what they have learned. Turnover cost rises, including recruitment, onboarding, and lost productivity. Employer reputation suffers as word spreads that the company does not invest effectively in employee development. While for employees, they feel undervalued, especially when training seems irrelevant to their job. Motivation and engagement drop, leading to minimal contribution and innovation. Productivity decreases as skills and performance are not optimized. Ultimately, irrelevant training creates a misalignment that breaks the trust and connection between employer and employee. It will affecting long-term growth and retention. Role-specific training is not just a technical requirement, it's a key driver of job satisfaction and employee engagement. Firstly, training breeds commitment. Ahmad 2023 emphasizes that when training is relevant, employees become more emotionally invested in their roles and the organization. Secondly, it improves satisfaction and career outlook. Well, how? Suryadi et al. 2024 found that employees who received tailored training reported higher job satisfaction and clearer career pathways. Thirdly, it enhanced job performance and reduced errors. Ita Sugiarto et al. 2024 showed that role-specific programs lead to better productivity and favor performance issues. These studies collectively show that strategic role-aligned training is essential for maximizing workforce potential. Next, we move to suggestions and solutions. To solve this issue, we must add on multiple levels. Firstly, implement role-specific training programs. Design training modules must be made based on job analysis with content that directly supports day-to-day tasks. We can use subject matter experts to create modules that reflect real job demands. Secondly, conducting a regular training needs analysis (TNA). Well, assess employee competencies regularly to identify evolving training needs. This will ensure that training remains relevant and adaptive to technological changes and market demands. Last but not least, integrate career pathing into training plans. How is it? It by use training to support long-term career development. Employees who see a clear link between training and future roles are more likely to stay engaged and committed. These solutions are supported by both academic research and industry practice and offer a sustainable path to improving talent retention. The implications of non-role-specific training go beyond just individual dissatisfaction. They affect the entire organization's sustainability. For HR professionals, it signals the need to move from generic learning models to customized development plans. HR must take ownership in ensuring that training aligns with real job demands, not just compliance requirements. For management, it highlights a strategic risk poor training leads to high turnover, low performance, and wasted investment. Leaders must treat employee development as a business driver, not a checkbox. For employees, irrelevant training creates a sense of disconnection and limits career growth. When workers feel unsupported, they become disengaged, and that will lead to talent drain, especially in high-skilled industries like manufacturing. Forward, there are several strategic recommendations that organizations, especially in the manufacturing industry, can implement to reduce talent attrition caused by irrelevant training. 1. Shift from generic to role-specific training modules. Companies must move away from generic onboarding or broad skills training. Instead, they should design customized training modules that align closely with the specific job functions of each role. According to Mu and Wan 2023, organizations that adopted role-specific training recorded a 25% improvement in job performance and a 15% increase in employee retention within a year. This shows that employees feel more valued and confident when their training is directly applicable to their daily tasks. 2. Involve line managers in training design. HR departments should collaborate with line managers when designing training content. Since line managers understand the day-to-day operational needs, their input can ensure training is practical, timely, and relevant. Ahmad 2023 found that companies involving supervisors in training planning achieve better employee engagement because the content was aligned with real challenges on the ground. Number 3. Implement continuous feedback mechanism. Training should not be a one-time event. Organizations must establish systems to gather ongoing feedback from employees about the effectiveness and relevance of training. This can be done through regular surveys, post-training interviews, or digital learning analytics. Norazlina et al. 2024 emphasized that continuous feedback improves training ROI and strengthens trust between employees and the HR department. 4. Invest in digital and on-demand training platforms. Adopting flexible digital platforms allows employees to access role-specific learning at their own pace. This is particularly useful in manufacturing, where shift work can make scheduling difficult. Tools like mobile microlearning or AR-based simulations help reinforce task-based knowledge in real time. This is aligned with recommendations from Hua and Dizon 2025, who stress that digital learning increases engagement, especially among younger, tech-savvy employees. 5. Link training outcomes to career development. Finally, organizations should clearly connect training programs to visible career progression. When employees understand that acquiring specific skills will lead to promotions or job mobility, they are more likely to stay and grow with the company. Strongly, this strategy strengthens both employee motivation and organizational loyalty, as shown in a 2025 survey by Lincoln, where 70% of employees said they would stay longer if their company invested in career-aligned training. Well, that's all from me. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you learned some knowledge from my video presentation.